Hi guys, this is Sec2. Welcome to this new video. In this video I'm going to explain, I'm going to lay out a new strategy for you. It's a strategy that I use regularly, and it basically blends technical analysis trading with the fundamental analysis, with the news coming out in the market at one precise time. Okay, the trick of this technique is to basically exploit or use those news that come out regularly on the market, and use the momentum, the extra field that's influxed in the market by those news in order to strengthen that decision that was based on a technical analysis levels. Okay. In this case, I'm showing you the American dollar against the Canadian dollar on the 4-hour time frame. We are seeing a clear downtrend. Okay, as per my moving averages, all of them parallel to each other, pointing in the same direction, all of them in order, etc., etc. Price has retraced to the dynamic area of resistance, and moreover, if we zoom into the 1-hour time frame, we are possibly seeing a 1-2-3 formation. Okay. We have the highest peak, okay, then a retracement, then another attack by the bulls, but they cannot quite outtake the previous high, and from there we break the retracement trend line. All right. It's basically the typical swing trading strategy that I tried, okay, basically waiting for price to retrace to the dynamic area of resistance, and from there search for an entry. Okay, in this case, as I'm marking right now on the chart, it would be this area, the dynamic area of resistance. Also, you have the 38% Fibonacci there. Once price retraces to this area, you want to keep an eye on the breakout of the retracement trend line, which in this case it's happened. Okay, as you can see, we have a long red bar to the downside breaking the retracement trend line, and now we are going through what's the probably the pullback aspect of this of any breakout type of trade that I like to trade. Okay, always remember that I like to trade the breakout, pullback, continuation. All right, you've seen plenty of information about this technique on the chapter number 2 of this course. Okay, breakout, pullback, continuation. From a technical point of view, the entry would be below the breakout thrust. Okay, as soon as we go through the breakout and the pullback aspects, identify what's the lowest point of the breakout aspect, and place your entry a couple of pips below that as you make new lows for the day. Okay, so from a technical point of view, this would be a valid entry in this case. All right. That will be the entry you want to be filled, or I personally like to be filled short in this market, hoping to ride a new swing to the downside, okay, in the direction of the main trend as seen in the setup chart, okay, as you can see here. All right, so in this case we have the news for the Canadian dollar coming out in the market in about 1 hour and 45 minutes, okay. And I'm going to try to exploit those news, the extra momentum of those news, in order to propel or to spur my entry in a much quicker, in a much higher momentum fashion than usual. Okay. If the news spike the chart to the upside, okay, definitely I don't want to be taking these trades. Okay, the trick of this technique is to use sell stop orders. Okay, you probably know that a sell stop order is an order that fills you in the market once price reaches that level. For example, if you place a sell stop order here, once price goes down to here, you will be filled short, okay, at this precise level. If you place a buy stop order here, if price continues retracing up at this level, your broker will fill you long on this market. Okay. As usual, since the trend is down, I would only be looking for trading to the shorts, to the short sides. Okay, so basically the only stop order that I would be considering on this setup is the seller stop order right below the low of the breakout thrust. Okay. Basically, this technique relies, like I say, on basing an entry of technical levels, okay, of technical analysis, but strengthening that signal with the news. All right. If the news come, like I said, we have Canadian dollar coming, a Canadian fundamental announcement coming in the market in about 1 hour and 45 minutes. If that news spikes the price to the downside, my broker will fill me short at this level, and I will be riding a position that's backed up by both fundamentals and also technicals. Okay, like I said, the trick of this technique is to ask yourself, if there was no news coming out at this time, okay, let's imagine we have no news coming out at this time, would this be a valid entry? Okay, if entering short at this level would be a valid short entry? Well, the answer is yes. Okay, we've already seen that we have a clear downtrend, that price has reached the dynamic area of resistance, that we've broken the retracement trend line. Not only that, but also we've broken it. Now we're going through the pullback aspect, and well, hopefully we will get the continuation aspect too. Okay, so entering short at this level from a technical point of view would be a valid entry. All right, so what we want to do is 5 minutes, 1 minute before the news come out, I'm going to be placing a sell stop order right here, right few pips below the low of the day. Okay, right there. If the news spike the price to the upside, okay, the news for the Canadian dollar come worse than expected, and therefore the USD against the CAD chart will spike to the upside, I will not be filled short in this setup. Okay. Remember that you only get filled on a sell stop order once price drops to that level. Okay, so if price spikes to the upside, you will not be filled on this trade. Okay, you simply cancel it, and well, no harm done. You are good to go. You are all right, because like I say, you are not positioned in this trade. In the other side, in the other hand, if price drops below here, the news come better than expected for the Canadian dollar, and therefore the American dollar against the CAD, on this chart, the price will spike to the downside. You will be filled short in here, and the news will basically be carrying your position with momentum to the downside. Okay, that's the point of this technique. You're blending to the both sides of trading. You have a valid setup from a technical point of view, as I just explained, but also you will have the fundamentals, the momentum that well, any fundamental analysis brings into the market. You will also have it on your side. So basically, you are trading a setup based on technical levels, but strengthened by the extra momentum delivered by the news. Okay, that's the point of this technique. It's not that you are trading the news. Okay, you are trading technical analysis still. Okay, it's not like you are altering the typical 3 simple moving average system techniques or trading routine. Okay, you are still trading the same system, but you are adding, or you are exploiting that extra momentum delivered by the news. Okay, so like I say, 1-2 minutes before the news, I will place a sell stop order at 104.20. Once again, if price spikes to the upside, I will immediately cancel this entry. Okay, and no harm is done. You are not positioned in this trade. In the other side, if price spikes to the downside, your broker will fill you short. My broker will fill me short at that level at 104.20, and I will be riding a short position that's got in one hand the technicals, and in the other hand the fundamentals on my side. All right, that's the point of this technique. You're trading the technicals, and the fundamentals will probably, the news will probably carry that position in a much higher momentum, and will drive, hopefully will drive price to the downside much quicker. Okay, much faster, and basically will be a sound entry. Okay, you are blending both worlds, the fundamental and the technical analysis. just by adding a sell stop order here, you make sure that if the news come against you, well, price spikes to the upside, you cancel this order very quickly. That's it. You're good. No worries. You're not positioned in this market. If they go, if the price spikes to the downside, you are filled at the right level from a technical point of view. All right. Once again, you are not trading off the fundamentals. You are trading off the technicals. Yes, having your trade spurred or boosted by your, or you know, strengthened by the announcement coming out in the market. Okay. I'm going to be posting now the video, guys. I will resume the video 1 minute before the news come out in the market. You will see how I place a sell stop order right here, and you will see how the well, what's the final outcome of this trade. I am fairly confident that if the news spike the price to the downside, I will be writing a sound entry on this trade. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm pausing the video now, and I will keep you updated. Bye bye. Hi guys, and welcome again to this second part of the video. The news have just come out, and well, one of the two scenarios that were possible. Remember, one of them was price spiking to the upside, in which case we would have cancelled the entry, the sell stop entry, and well, the second possible outcome of this scenario was what's actually happened. We've had the spike to the downside, and as you can see, price is this is my sell stop order right there at 104.22. As you can see, price upon releasing the news is just basically shot to the upside. Okay, and well, I'm effectively in the trade. Entry level is 104.22, sorry, and basically I am riding this position, helped by the momentum delivered by the news. Okay. It seems like it's definitely a good entry. Like I was saying before, I have both the trend, the technicals, such as this breakout pattern, and now I also have the news, okay, on my side. I am fairly confident that this is going to be a sound trade. First target is going to be the low for the week, okay, at 104.00 round number, in which at which area I will move stock to break even, and I will close out half of my position. All right, but like I say, this definitely seems like it's going to be a sound entry. I have many factors on my side: the technicals, the fundamentals, the trend, etc. And well, that's basically what this sell stop order, or sell stop in this case, since we're in a downtrend, it would have been a buy stop orders if we had been on an uptrend. But nonetheless, this is the technique that I wanted to show you guys today. And well, you see you see the clear momentum that this position is carrying to the downside. Okay, have a look at that beautiful long red bar, triggering my sell stop order and pushing price in momentum, okay, very quickly in my direction. Okay, that's the whole point of this technique. Alright, guys, I hope you've understood this technique. Okay, if you have any question, as usual, please feel free to send me an email. But the important thing here is to remember that you are not trading the news. Okay, you are still trading technicals. You are just being aided. You are just being helped by the news. Okay, by the momentum of the news. But still, the decision is based on our three simple moving average trading system. Is still based on our technical analysis, breakout, pullback, continuation. Okay, it's the same thing we usually trade. It's just that we are adding another factor on our favor. Okay, we are not changing our trading approach. We are just adding new factors on our favor to help us achieving our goal, our trading, our price target in a much quicker fashion. Okay. Alright guys, like I was saying, if you have any doubt, please don't hesitate to contact me, okay? I will be very glad to help to answer all your questions. Alright guys, bye bye.